I'm Dr. Bart Rademacher, and this is part 7, The Journey of Heart Resilience with Benjamin and Azarine, on my platform called Prescription for Your Transformation. Talking to real people, having real conversations, and illustrating real success as we tap into our own authenticity and really live our dreams, as Benjamin and Azarine keep on reminding us. Thank you once again. This is part 7, the journey of heart resilience through the Congo. And now you're still in Bandaka. Last time we were talking about family unity, the importance of marriage, the importance of childbirthing, the importance of really working together as family units. And still in Bandaka, now we proceed to something that I think is an important consideration for all of us, and that is harmony. How we can find harmony in our lives, and when there's lack of harmony, awful things happen. One of which is human trafficking, and this is such a bad thing that's happening in our planet today. And then the other one is abuse of women, people being assaulted, sexually assaulted, and this is out of harmony. And so all the work that Benjamin Nazarene is all heart of resilience. It's from the heart. It's finding resilience, finding the courage within ourselves to overcome these challenges, these unfortunate challenges, in the name of finding that harmony. And so I welcome both of you once again to this very important journey that you guys are doing, bringing so much love and inspiration and hope and opportunity, as well as having people understand what's possible for them in their own communities by helping them realize that there's these incredible clinics that they can go to and get the types of medical services that they desire. But much more important than that is leaving a message that corresponds to their nature and to their needs, and so that they can step up and become even more working together. So your work is quite impressive, as we recognize on this 7th part of this journey with you two. So thank you once again.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
So you're still in Bandaka, right? So what's going on here? And this mural is really quite powerful, and it's really a testament to me. And now we have some noise in the background that's disrupting our harmony, but that's all good. So share with us what's going on here and the story behind what inspired you on this one.
Yes, well, when we look at the painting on the left hand side of the composition, there is a woman who is inspired by a specific woman of the Democratic Republic of Congo, but it is painted in a way that it can represent all. And so it's unnamed, and it is a woman who has survived severe sexual assaults and violence and has worked through her psychological and her physical trauma and has emerged from being a victim to a really empowered and courageous woman that is advocating the empowerment and the respect and the rights of women across her nation. And therefore, her spirit is in line and connected with the leopard spirit, metaphorically, as that is the actual national animal of the Democratic Republic of Congo. And the courage and the fierceness when necessary, the strength. This is all really evident in her unconditional love for human rights. So, and then it moves over as the jungle, the second largest rainforest in the entire world, surrounds the Congo River.
Yeah, and we have the fishers fishing very traditionally, where it's very sustainable and they're very connected to the river there. It's such a huge part of life. You can see when you're going down the river, you can see the children beginning at a young age, joining their family on the canoes and everything, and how they're immersing themselves and they're constantly interacting with these nature and the fish and the different sights and sounds of the Congo River. It's a really quite an experience.
You know, when we're talking about harmony, which I like what you said, because you know we can find harmony when we realize that we have enough, and when we feel that we don't have enough, then we're disconnected with ourselves, and then this harmony is disrupted, and it doesn't feel good, and then people do bad things. And what I recognized in our conversations, you know, beforehand, is how the fishermen take what they need, not more or not less. And so there's this symbiosis, there's this harmony with nature, and this harmony within ourselves, and harmony with others. And it's very easily attainable as long as we realize, you know, that enough is enough. We don't need more than you know, we need. And so it's recognizing that and supporting the communities, and recognizing, just like we got some noises in the background and dogs barking, that yes, you know, sometimes we're kind of distracted off our path, but it's within us, it's potential within us to find that alignment, find that harmony. And once again, with the help of people like yourselves that remind us through symbolism what it is. I mean, this is one of the most powerful, you know, murals so far that I've experienced, and you know, covering some of the most tragic things, but also some of the most beautiful things that happen in our lives. This is pretty powerful. Thank you for that.
It was really beautiful, so beautifully said about the harmony, because oftentimes, even within ourselves and myself, when there is a paradox that's going on inside of my own mind, or maybe a block between my heart and my mind, or whatever the discourse is, that it actually prevents that harmonic health within the body, but also in the interaction with our surroundings. And so when we really focus on that, for which is maybe at odds with itself inside, and come to harmony with it, then we can express it outwardly. And you really nailed it with the way this composition is laid out, and the way that Azreen and I harmoniously
Harmonized.
harmonized, and created new words and new compositions. And in this mural particularly, there was a rally of over 200 motorcycle taxi drivers. And they, before they took off on their rally to cruise around the entire city, they saw that we were painting up on the stage there. And so they got off their bikes and they came and surrounded us completely. And at first they're like, what's going on? Do you have the right to kind of paint on this wall? And very soon they're like, wow, incredible. And then some of it, they left all in this big kind of swarm, this bee swarm of bikes to go on this rally, and came back and they're like, whoa, you've done so much so fast. Can we help? And some of them even came to pick up brushes and paint beside us and to volunteer. So it very quickly became like a community engagement in the center plaza, the center park of the entire city, where everybody goes for cultural events, concerts, kind of activities. You'll see they even had boxing classes next to us while we were painting. And this also took 2 days. And then we moved directly into the next painting on the same stage. And this is the third painting in 6 days. So in 6 days, 3 paintings, and we were going for it. We were really going for it. And this painting on the left-hand side of the stage has this same feel, energy, and almost color palette complementing one another, but with another really important theme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have the bonobos there actually on the right side, And the bonobos are an endangered species there, and they're trying to really help them grow. And unfortunately, because of the scarcity of food at times, that people sometimes eat them. But the interesting part about a bonobo is they're are related to chimpanzees, but they show so much more empathy and so much more um, emotional intelligence. They're like these like human-like beings that you can see the mother holding the baby, and there's so much emotion through their eyes, and it's quite interesting because they're very important to the Congo and to the rainforest there. And you can see the composition, the different flora and fauna. Have these really amazing hibiscus growing there that are just like hanging from the bushes, and also the frangipanis, which I know you guys have in your town, and they smell like you can smell them walking down the road. They smell so good, and they create such a this like almost like heaven-like environment because they're just incredible. Like, just, I don't know what's the smell of them, like vanilla. I don't know, something
Sweetness.
Yeah, just yeah, it is a sweetness in the air. Really.
Vanilla sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what you've done here because once again, it's depicting the ability to survive with the agriculture in the background, to supply the needs of the community and to preserve the importance of this animal that's almost extinct and just such a beautiful, expressive, innocence that you see, these monkeys. It's wonderful. And then once again with the bird, I guess, the perspective is helping people realize, well, hang on a second, maybe it's time to have a new perspective on this without even using words to say that. But that's what I get out of this. It's sort of like here's the bird overseeing everything. Maybe I can see things differently. And once again, this is what you achieve with your
Well
incredible.
said. Well said. It's really that peripheral vision. And indigenous cultures around the world have really acknowledged and it works to embody this peripheral vision as if you're looking at the world through the eyes of a bird that can see 20 times, 100 times stronger than the human eyes, and see the peripheral vision and the educational importance of protecting the environment. Because even the Department of Tourism, the Minister of Tourism came while we're painting this on the second day to say thank you, because they're working very hard to protect this endangered species, and that through education and also showing the human-like emotional qualities and connection between the parental like bonobo and the baby, that in protecting them it can also increase ecotourism, jobs, money moving through the economy for the community to thrive and do something that's obviously beneficial for the world, and themselves. And sometimes it takes taking a step back because, hey, if we're really hungry, all of us, we'd eat just about anything. And, the African gray is food, a meal for somebody, like if they're really, really hungry, a crocodile, a tortoise, and even monkeys. But if we're able to offer another type of livelihood that makes people feel just wonderful, and it's not that paradox, like, oh, I'm eating this animal, but my children need to eat, and I want to protect them. No, like let's how do we bring that all together where people actually have jobs, make money, protect their environments, and that is really important. And from this, showing the harmony, like you spoke about, of the agriculture being in harmony with the jungle and having a balance of only creating what it is that you really need and what the family and your surroundings can benefit from, because the jungle produces so much that is beneficial as well.
Yeah.
Not to mention the oxygen that we're breathing.
Well, we got a good taste of that when we went to the Botanical Gardens. Actually, the cultural minister was like, wow, this is really incredible painting. You have to come see our botanical gardens. And we're like, there's a botanical gardens here?
Yeah, he's like the oldest tropical botanical garden of Africa.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know it was there.
No clue. So right after we literally were in our paint clothes when he drove us over to this huge, almost Jurassic Park looking thing, like this gate. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I'll bring you in. You're going to see our crocodile that we have, who is like, how old is that?
Since the like late 50s, they'd had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the director and protector of the botanical garden that is gigantic is actually from the Pygmy tribe. And I think that's really incredible that the oldest botanical garden of the tropical nature in Africa is protected by this incredibly knowledgeable and educated and loving gentleman from the Pygmy tribe that's also considered one of, if not the oldest tribe of Earth and of humanity. So also, one more thing, just like, wow, we stepped foot into this almost like haunted museum, like some haunted waxed museum, but it actually was the museum of over 120 years old. And it had soil samples from all different parts of Africa that were over like 7 or 8 decades old. And just shattered window glass, all of the formaldehyde had evaporated. So these snakes that were like 70 years, 80 years old you could smell it, right? And
decaying. And there was these stuffed monkeys that were starting to lose their fur because they were so old, and they were climbing these trees, and it was pretty freaky looking, but it was cool because even outside of the museum, I mean, a great example of being able to have like an agriculture meets the forest is the gentleman who was guiding us through all of a sudden grabs a whole star fruit right off the vine. Also, he offered us lychees from right inside the forest there. It was really
wow. That's impressive. Well, I know our time is up. So you want to give us a teaser for next week's mural?
Yeah. So the reward that we received was really just being able to have access to incredible acts of preservation and love and the biodiversity of our surroundings. And for people from the street and people in the ministry of and politics, all wanting just to share this incredible world that they live in with us. And that was so special. And so we've got on this boat, another boat, a big boat, but all out of wood, hammer nails, old school, traditional river passenger cargo boat. And we made it to Kinshasa. And the journey and the painting in Kinshasa is definitely one of a kind that kind of, in the simplest form, wraps up this Congo River journey. And let's see if we actually make it there, right? Because 1 week prior to getting on that old wooden boat, an identical boat just capsized right in the river, and all 300 people died. So wow. It is a risk getting on this boat, but we're not going to stop until we finish our journey.
I love it. Well, stay tuned for next week as we return with Benjamin and Azreen in the journey of heart of resilience in the Congo. And I am Dr. Bart Rademacher, and this is Prescription for Your Transformation, real people, real conversations, and real success, bringing to you the symbolisms of art and humanity combined from Africa by these two amazing artists, Benjamin and Azreen, as we witness the voices of Africa in their images. Thank you so much, and we'll be back. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Dr. Rademacher's Prescription for Your Transformation.
Continue the path towards discovering your own authentic genius by tuning in next time for more real conversations with real people.